Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bryant Sports Show. My name is Jerry Bryant. Joining me over Zoom today, as always, are my good friends Thomas Lesser, Wayne Coricelli. How are you guys doing today?
Doing awesome. Now that sports are back and football's right around the corner, couldn't wait for this moment.
So exciting. Wayne, how you doing, buddy?
Same, man. Just been following updates on my phone and stuff, and seeing any kind of sports news, and trying to keep up on whatever's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, we've had so many different moves this offseason. We're going to try to talk about a bunch of them quickly as we can, but let's get into it. I mean, we've seen Tom Brady leave the New England Patriots. He's down in Tampa Bay now. Philip Rivers is out of L.A. He's with the Indianapolis Colts. Cam Newton signed a one-year deal for $1 million, a former MVP, to go to the New England Patriots. I still can't comprehend that. Teddy Bridgewater is now, in Carolina. Obviously, the Jamal Adams trade. Thomas, we'll start with you. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I think one of the most interesting things to me was Tom Brady leaving the Patriots. I didn't think that was going to happen. I was a big naysayer in saying that he wasn't going to leave. I'm interested to see how him and Gronk do in Tampa. I think they have potential to do pretty well with that receiving core, and even their defense has improved. So I think that's a good place to start. Tom Brady with Tampa Bay, and that was a big move.
Yeah, Wayne.
Well, we all know that Bruce Arians is a very good coach and a genius. So we'll see how he does with Brady. I'm not too excited to see what Gronk can do. I mean, I think Gronk isn't as healthy. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say healthy, but he doesn't have the size he had before.
He lost a lot of weight.
Down a lot. Yeah. But I mean, regardless, even without Gronk, I mean, with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and O.J. Howard, I think Tom Brady's going to have a heyday out there. So it just really sucks to be in their division right now.
Right.
That whole division's tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Falcons just added what? They just added
running back
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
So Todd Gurley's back in Georgia. So I mean, they've already had really good receiving core, and Matt Ryan's not a bad quarterback, so they're gonna do good. I mean, who else? They have the Saints with Drew Brees in them, and then
Michael Thomas,
Carolina, right? So I mean,
Carolina has a new coach.
Competitive.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
That's what I am concerned. I do want to see how that's gonna go, because with Brady being up in the AFC East, they didn't really have much competition in that division between the Bills, the Jets, and what's it called?
Dolphins.
The Dolphins, yeah. Now he's in a really competitive division, so now we'll actually get to see what he can do.
Yeah, his team's stacked though.
That is true. That is true.
How do you guys think they're gonna do? Like I got them like 12-4, 13-3, something like that. I think they'll win the division, in my opinion.
Who, Tampa?
Yeah.
Oh man, I could see them going 10-6, 11-5.
Yeah.
I just think they could even have the Saints are probably going to win the division, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the Saints win the division. I think the Bucs give them a run for their money, and they may grab one of those wild cards. But I mean, this is a new system for Brady. A lot of new players on their team, and the Saints have they didn't really lose anybody, and they've been running the same people, so they know the team, they know each other, and they know how they play. So I think this year is going to be a really big test for Arians and Brady and stuff. So.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously they didn't have any, they're just now getting into being able to play again. Yeah. So you're learning a new system and everything, a lot of new players. So
right.
That's their disadvantage for all the other teams kind of being together for a long period of time, especially the Saints.
I mean, Brady had Edelman for the longest time. Even without Gronk, he had Edelman. He was him and James White were his security blankets. So if things weren't going so well, he would just drop it off to one of them. So now I want to see, is he going to be able to do that with one of the guys he has on the Buccaneers receiving core and running back core?
Yeah. All right, let's switch gears. Let's go up to New England. What do you guys think about the signing of Cam Newton, $1 million to be their starting quarterback?
It's smart for Cam.
Wayne? Yeah, I agree.
The Patriots got him for a steal. They're only giving him $1 million for 1 year, but I think it's more kind of like a feeler, contract. See what he can do for a year, and if he does well, then they extend his contract or give him a way bigger multi-year contract. But I didn't see Cam going to a team to be a backup. I mean, even though that they already had Jared Stidham, they were like he was gonna be their starting quarterback for the longest time, and I didn't see Cam going to a team to be a backup quarterback. So the fact that of all teams he went to was the New England Patriots, that's gonna be really good for him. You know, he's gonna be able to prove himself as a starting quarterback in a team that's already established themselves as being a powerhouse team. So I think it's a good move for Cam.
I'm still surprised he didn't end up on the Chargers, but that's just me. Thomas, what do you think about it?
That's where I thought he was going too. Yeah. I think it's smart for both. I think it was smart for the Patriots. I mean, they got a steal to get a former MVP quarterback. And even though he's been injured and he hasn't been the same since his MVP year, it's worth a shot for $1 million. There's backups being paid more than that right now. So I don't think that's a bad deal for the Patriots at all.
No, he has a better defense now. He has a better offensive line,
better coach.
Better coach. He's gonna do. I think he'll do really well there.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go to the big trade. Thomas, I know you want to talk about this. Jamal Adams has been traded. Talk about it. What are your thoughts?
Jamal Adams clearly wanted out of the Jets organization. He got his request, and the Seahawks got a baller.
He was not a fan of Adam Gase.
No, most of those Jets players aren't fans of Adam Gase. So.
Yeah. And Lev Bell was not very happy that Jamal Adams left. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. Don't blame you.
Le'Veon Bell said that Jamal Adams did everything he could to get Le'Veon Bell to go to the Jets, and then he up and leaves.
Wow.
And then Jamal Adams responded to him and said, "Noted. We'll see you week 14."
Yeah, I mean,
they have their little beef going on. Right
I think that's Bell just being a diva, man. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Le'Veon Bell was going wherever the money was going to be, so it didn't matter on who was trying to recruit him. If he was relying on players trying to recruit him, he would have went to a lot of different other teams. But he chose the Jets because they were willing to pay him the money that he wanted. So I think that's Le'Veon Bell just being a diva. Because I know Bell wanted out too afterwards when he found out that Adam Gase was all for against signing him. That he's like, I want out then. So I think it's just that Jamal Adams was able to get out, and he was a free agent, and he went to a good team. It's not like he went to like the Dolphins or anything. He went to a team that was willing to pay him. So
yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Seahawks are going to do really well with him. I feel like he matches well with Pete Carroll's defense.
They're even without their Legion of Boom defense, their defense has still been solid. So now adding ADs in the league, it's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. It sucks to be in the NFC West. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. Right. All right. So let's switch gears real quick. Phillip Rivers to Indianapolis. Any thoughts on that one? That was a weird one for me.
I saw it coming. We all knew he wasn't going to be in LA anymore.
Right.
Everyone thought he was going to join either Miami or Tampa because he bought a house out in California or in Florida. But I saw it coming. I thought he was going to go to Indy, and that's where he ended up going. And going off of that, it made sense on why the Chargers didn't grab Cam Newton because they drafted Herbert. And Phillip Rivers was happy to be out of LA regardless. He even said that he's excited to play for the Colts because they have an offensive line. So, I mean, good for him. Good for him. I mean, he's not going to be their starting quarterback forever. He knows that he's a few years out of retirement before he goes into retirement. But this is a good thing for what's his name? They just drafted out of Washington, the quarterback.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name.
Forgot his name.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he's going to sit behind Rivers for a year or two, and then he's going to take over. And I think it's going to be a really good thing.
Yeah, right, I agree. I think it was a good spot for him.
Yeah, quickly, the last two things. Wayne, how are your Raiders going to do this year?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. I have high hopes. I personally have high hopes. We got Jonathan Abram back. We have one of the fastest receivers in the NFL right now. Josh Jacobs is projected to be a top 10 running back. We have one of the best offensive lines, but we have one of the worst defensive lines right now. So if they can improve our defense, I think our secondary was improved a lot with the free agency pickups and the draft, but our D line is just where it's going to hurt us. So we're going to get scored on, especially on the run game, but hopefully we can put up numbers too. So
right.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't think we take the Chiefs out of the division title, but I hope we at least, give them a little competition.
Right. Thomas, what about your Vikings?
No, I definitely have high hopes. I know we lost a lot of our defense, and we lost Stephon Diggs, but I really like the pickup of Justin Jefferson, and I really like some of the rookies we got on defense. I think Mike Zimmer is going to get them ready to play. I think Kirk Cousins is ready to, after getting that big playoff win in the Saints Dome last year, I think he's ready to take the next step. So,
what about your
I think it's our time to get a Super Bowl win. Huh?
What about your running back being out?
Oh, yeah. So I'm a little nervous about Dalvin Cook saying he's going to hold out. There's reports saying that he isn't going to hold out anymore because of the new bargaining agreement they came to. I guess it penalizes you really severely. So I don't see him holding out. We'll see come Tuesday. Training camp starts Tuesday for the Vikings. So
crazy.
We'll see if he shows up. I hope he does because he's a big piece.
Oh, yeah. Before I forget, I can't believe I forgot that the Chiefs did re-sign Patrick Mahomes for $500 million.
Yeah.
Some people say it's a bad deal. I don't know how you can sign a piece of paper that's worth $500 million and someone say, oh, it's a bad deal. What are your last thoughts today? What are you guys' thoughts on his mega deal? And in a few years, can they afford to sign, Travis Kelce and all their?
That's my only concern.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to pick either one receivers or Travis Kelce. But what do you guys think of the deal, though?
I mean, he's the best player in the NFL. You have to pay him. You have to pay him that much too right now because, you look at Dak wanting $35 million or more. You have to pay Patrick Mahomes. He's 2 years playing in the league, and he's ready at a Super Bowl ring. Almost got there his first year playing.
And an MVP.
And MVP. He's the best player in the NFL right now.
Do you know how much they're giving him a year?
How much per year?
How does that contract break down? Because I guess
40.
they're able to break it down to a certain amount per year. So if they make it last 10 years or whatever it is, because they're looking at him to be the franchise quarterback for that team for years to come. They're able to. They should be able to just get by with that, right? If they're not giving them a lot per year.
And they have a lot of room to restructure, but I think it's like $40 some million a year.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, like I said, since Dak was requesting 35, Patrick Mahomes definitely deserves the 40.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want 36. I want 40 something.
Exactly. Well, and that kind of messed up Dak's negotiations. No. Now Dak was like, wait, he got that much?
Yeah, but as the Cowboys, Jerry Jones and them, they're probably like, dude, we can't give you that much money right now.
Yeah. No, I didn't think he deserved the 35.
In the first in wild card, so or in the first round. So
yeah.
I didn't think Dak deserved the $35 million he was requesting, but
I didn't either.
I personally wouldn't pay him that. I barely wanted to pay Kirk Cousins the $28 million.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to worry about that for a while. My quarterbacks, because I have Marcus Mariota and Derek Carr. So Carr got a pretty good contract a few years ago, and it's like chump change now. I know, man. I want to see what one of those quarterbacks can do at least.
All right, guys, that wraps up our first NFL discussion in, gosh, I don't know, a year or so. It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
But yeah, thanks Wayne and Thomas for joining me. My name is Jerry. This has been the Bryant Sports Show. Please let us know what you guys think of the NFL being back down in the comments section down below. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl trophy? And, give us your thoughts, especially on the Jamal Adams trade. That's the one that I'm most looking forward to seeing down below. So thanks, guys, for joining us.